Hi, I'm Katie from What Katie Did, and today's video should really be titled I Just Cannot, because I just cannot. There are going to be eye rolls, there are going to be sighs, because I just cannot. I'm going to be discussing fully fashioned stockings, seam stockings, and the main question of why stockings used to have seams. And I bought my first pair of seam stockings when I was 17, and I've basically been obsessed ever since. I started What Katie Did by just selling stockings. I was introduced to the fabulous fully fashioned stockings in 1995, and over decades I have done so much research about stockings. So a couple of weeks ago, I was doing the scroll of doom on Facebook, as we all do, and we know we shouldn't. I'll stop if you stop. That's a pact we can have. And this article came up from this company which has just started selling seam tights and seam stockings, and the post said that stockings used to have seams in because they made women's legs look thinner. And as I've just said, I've done years of research and never ever have I found any article which says seams make your legs look thinner. And it's quite funny because this is a size inclusive brand, and to say it and to focus on the making your legs look thinner is just totally bizarre, especially when it's something they've just pulled out of the air from somewhere, because I've never seen it before. I can remember years and years ago in the early 2000s, everyone used to say, "Oh, the seam, it leads the eye upwards," and that was like for the sexy marketing speak. Whether that's true or not, I mean, we all used to say that, but no one has ever said that seams make your legs look thinner. Because they're a bigger company than us, they're probably going to get higher rankings than us. And when you look on Google, you quite often get get 3 or 4 articles, the top articles, and so it's highly likely that in a couple months' time, people type in why do stockings have seams, and the answer will be to make ladies' legs look thinner, and it's just total hogwash. So today I'm going to tell you why stockings have seams, and if you've seen several videos like this before, which I've done, because I've done several about seam stockings, I do have something very special to show you as well, which is new and very exciting. So basically, when seam stockings used to be made back in the 1940s and 1950s, they used to be made on something called Reading machines. And if you know What Katie Did, we are actually based near Reading, but we're not talking about Reading, England, we're talking about Reading, Pennsylvania. And Reading, Pennsylvania was where the Reading knitting machines were made, and all fully fashioned stockings were made on Reading knitting machines or machines similar to the Reading knitting machines. The Reading are the most famous ones, and the stocking used to be knitted flat, and the seam used to be added afterwards, and the seam actually held the stocking together. So the seam was an integral part of the garment, just like if you're wearing a jumper, your jumper will have a seam here to hold the arm together. Without the seam in the arm of your jumper or sweater, the arm would be flat, and the same with the stocking would be flat open. And I've actually got a little embryotic stocking here, fully fashioned stocking. This is how fully fashioned stockings come out when they're first made. They're made on the machine. The machine's about 30 feet long. They make 30 pairs at a time. So you've got a little chunk of a machine here which would knit the stocking leg, which would come out of the machine, and you'd have 30 other legs going at the same time. And this is one of the legs that has just come out of the machine. I haven't opened it yet, so it's very exciting to see what's inside. The colour of this stocking is greyish. Basically, this is the natural nylon, and all stockings come as this colour first. They're then dyed afterwards, and this does present some challenges when it comes to artisan products like fully fashioned stockings, and for us as a small brand, because stockings are very, very tiny and dye baths are very, very big, and you need to have enough stockings to warrant doing the dye bath. So you black is our best selling colour, and you can generally see that the reason we don't have black is because we've sold out. But the reason we don't have other colours, such as copper, we might be out of copper for a while, is simply because we don't have enough to put in a dye bath. So that explains stockings always come in this colour and they're dyed after they're completed. But this is the flat, as it were, fully fashioned stocking. So it is the nylon, which has just come out the machine. Fully fashioned are called fully fashioned because they're tailored to fit the leg, and you can see that the toe here, this is a reinforced area, and then we have the welt at the top here. But it's all one piece, and the seam will be sewn in afterwards to make an actual stocking. And the seam, when I say the seam is sewn by hand, obviously it isn't sewn here like someone going up the needle and thread. It is done with like an industrial overlocker, but it still involves someone sitting at a sewing machine actually sewing in each seam. And if you look at genuine fully fashioned stockings, you'll see that the seam is raised inside, and that's because it's gone through the overlocking machine. Of course, in the early 60s, RHT stockings took over from fully fashioned stockings in popularity, and RHT stockings, which stands for reinforced heel and toe, they were made on new circular knit machines, and this applies to all hosiery today. They're made basically as tubes, and our glamour seam stockings, they're all made tubular, and the seam is added for decoration. So this might have been why this company decided that seams made your legs look thinner, but as you can see with this stocking here, that really isn't the case. Until the circular knit machines were invented and developed, you had to have a seam in your stocking, otherwise it would just be a little scarf of nylon. If you do have any questions about fully fashioned stockings, seam stockings, or hosiery in general, please get in touch. And in the meantime, take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.